So we're continuing on our study guide here, and number 7 says 3.4c equals 6.8. So one thing that you should recognize is that when you have a number next to a letter, what that means is you multiply them. 3.4c is really 3.4 multiplied by c, okay? That's my attempt at a multiplication symbol. And the intuition behind that is if I had 2c, it really is saying I have 2 c's, or c plus another c. That's 2 of them. If I had 3 c's, that would be like saying I had c 3 times, right? 3 c's. So in other words, it is just being multiplied by it, which is equal to 3 times c. This equals to 2 times c. So I don't have a nice number, but I got 3.4, right? And that 3.4 c's means it's 3.4 c times, or c 3.4 times. Either way, that equals 6.8. And the reason I wrote it out as times is because, well, if I have times, that's the connection that the variable c has with the number. In order to break that connection, I need to do the opposite. So if I'm multiplying that variable by 3.4, I want to divide that variable by 3.4, right? So, and if I do that to that side, I got to divide that side by 3.4. Now, one thing I hope you should notice, and you might not, if you just start writing things down, you won't notice this, but if you just kind of take a step back and look at the problem, you'll notice that, well, if I double this 4, I'm going to get 8. And if I double this 3, I'm going to get 6. So that should make you wonder, well, what's 3.4 times 2? What if I double the whole 3.4? What will I get? Well, 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 2 is 6. I have one number behind the decimal. The answer is 6.8. Well, wow, okay, that's great. That works out really nice. That means I just have to double that number. So doubling that number, that means that 3.4 times 2 equals 6.8, right? We just said that over here. And the only thing different in here is the c is the 2. So c is 2. If you wanted to solve this problem, doing it the way you can do it with any numbers that don't work out really nicely, you can have 6.8 in the house, right, divided by the 3.4. And either way, you're going to find out that it's 2, right? But you should look for some connections like that, like we just made there. All right, next one. Okay, this problem deals with fractions, and I'm going to show you a strategy that I use. I'm going to show you 2 different ways that I solve a problem like this. The first one is I don't like the denominators. I know I've said in class that I love fractions, but I don't like having denominators. I like canceling them out and getting rid of them. And a fraction is really a top number divided by a bottom number, right? That's just written like this, right? That's really what that is. Top number divided by the bottom number. A number on top over a number on bottom is the top number divided by the bottom number. So if I'm dividing by that 11, dividing by that 9, what I want to do is multiply that by 11, let's say, to get rid of the 11. So the first one I'm going to deal with is the 11 because it is bigger than the 9. And then I'm going to deal with the 9 later. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 11, and these 11s get canceled out, right? They cancel each other out. Timesing by 11 or multiplying by 11 and dividing by 11 are the opposite, so they cancel each other out. So what am I left with? Okay, so I have 11, right? I put over 1. 11 over 1 is the same as 11. Multiplied by 4 ninths, keeping my 4 ninths, nothing changes, equals 8a. Okay? Now I haven't gotten the a by itself, so what should I do? Well, the 8 doesn't bother me as much as like this 9 might, right? The 9 is in the denominator. A 1 in the denominator really doesn't mean much because 11 over 1 is the same as 11. So I want to get rid of this 9. So how do I get rid of the 9? The same way I got rid of the 11. So I'm going to multiply both sides by that 9, by 9. Okay? And what will I get? Well, these 9s are going to cancel out, just like the 11s did. And I'm going to get 11 times 4. That's the only thing that's going to be left on this side. Equals 9 times 8, right? Times a, which is just 44 equals 9 times 8 is 72a. Divide both sides by 72. The 72s will cancel out, and I'm left with 44 over 72 equals a. Now, this is not in simplest form, but I know something might go into that 44, and guess what? I'm thinking 4 might do it. So if we divide the 44 by 4, we'll get 11. And if we divide the 72 by 4, we are going to get 18. Do that on your calculator when we get